Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppers. Today, checking out some more West Coast IPA, and as you can see by the color, the modern style. I got this one on Beer Dome, so thanks to Beer Dome for the beer. Check them out. Link for the web shop is down below. This is another beer from Brujos, and this is a collab with Ruse, and this is Wolfenthrone. What a dope name for a beer, man. That's awesome. And that artwork, oh my lord. It's fucking insane. And having to do so much different artwork for all these new beers all the time is crazy. They're just always banging. So this is a 7.3% double dry hop West Coast IPA. What's interesting is they stopped mentioning the hops they use on the cans, it seems, because the Brujos beers that came to Europe this time around, they do not state what hops are in there. But it used to, but now it's stated on the website. I'm guessing that might be because there's been variations, because they've done this before. The hops in this version is different than the original. I think it was the same with sixes. There's also not the same hops in the recent one because they got their crop selected hops and stuff like that. So I think that might be why. But who cares? I'm pretty sure it's going to be dope. I've had a couple of Ruse beers as well. I got to meet them at MBCC last year. I think they're coming again this year. Brujos is as well, which is awesome. And they're really nice. So I've had a handful of the beers just on draft. I've not had any canned stuff. I haven't seen anything in Europe. I think it was just for MBCC that you could get the beer on draft. But this double dry hop West Coast IPA features Citra Dynaboost, Citra Cryo, so all the Citra, Mosaic Cryo, Simcoe, Crush, and Nelson Sauvin. That's a pretty dope combo right there. So yeah, pours that classic by now, golden, greenish pale, golden, it's not golden at all, greenish pale yellow color. Like you get that with the modern West Coast when they're really heavily hopped. It's like, it's not pure yellow, it's slightly lime green, which is dope. And then just the slightest touch of haze. Whitehead, let's check out the aroma on Wolfenthrone. Oh my lord, it smells like a banger. Like, oh my god. This is so interesting. I recently had all these fresh Green Cheek beers and Highland Park, and also Elderfru, which is right up there. Like, this is older than those cans, and it's still really expressive. Probably equally expressive to like the not North Park, the single IPAs I had, both from Highland Park and Green Cheek. Maybe even more expressive. Loads of bright, like tropical hop aromatics to me. There's a lot of blueberry kush, crazy blueberry mosaic note. You also get berry notes. Oh, sweaty too. Sweaty dank notes. Yeah, it's really hop sweat. Sweaty Nelson gooseberry kind of, oh man. I can't, oh my lord, that's a nice note. I'm getting loads of it right now. Like this candied, sweaty Nelson vibe. This is just fucking, the way they do these, I just can't fathom like how well the Brujos beers hold up traveling and all that. Like, it's just nuts. I don't know when they packaged this because there's no dates and I didn't look it up. But if they come over here and they're like over a month, it's amazing how they still pop and sing so much. I would love to drink a Brujos beer for just like a week or two. Man, it's so saturated. There's a little bit of a caddy Simcoe note. It's super light, but otherwise it's like very berry-like. And there's a lot of bright tropical fruit to it as well to me. Like a little bit of pineapple, but like gummy pineapple, maybe not gummy candy. Yeah, I guess it's gummy candy. It's like a starburst. It's like this really candy hop profile. It smells fucking dope. Let's try it. Cheers. Thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. I fucking love this style. This is so nice. So hop saturated, yet so freaking drinkable and sessionable. Brujos is really good at West Coast. Like, I think Brujos is some of the best West Coast IPA in the States. I think so. Like there's so many great, and it's such a new brewery. Well, Sam's been at it for a long time, but there's a lot of great West Coast producers, and that's 100%. Ruse also makes really good West Coast. I had one of theirs. I think it was a Citro focused one at NBCC last year. But like, I don't think I've had a single West Coast beer from Brujos where I've been like a bit, eh. Every single one has just been like, amazing, amazing, amazing. Ah, this smells so good. There's so much of that sweaty diesely or sweaty gooseberry like Nelson note. It smells so good. Nice drying bitterness. Quite dry. Bitterness is forward without being too intense. There's even like a little bit of an interesting black pepper note, but really totally modern beer. Very highly carb too, although it doesn't look like it. But when you have a sip, maybe not extremely highly carb, but it fills up your mouth a bit. I think I get a little bit of grapefruit on the palate too, which is probably from the Simcoe. Definitely the blueberry, cushy kind of weedy notes. Blueberry kush type notes from Mosaic. Very tropical too, bright tropical gummies. It's like the white Haribo gummies for me. Gummy bears, I guess. Like these grapey gummy candy notes to it. And also bright tropical notes. Pineapple, passion fruit. And Crush, I think that's helping boost everything. Crush is such an intense hop. And it helps boost all these crazy things. Maybe even like a touch of a peach ring candy, or nah, maybe not. It's more like these bright, like yellow fruity, candy notes. Or pale fruit, white fruit. I don't know if you can say that. But there's so much like bright dankness there, and then that sweatiness coming back there in the aftertaste. I like that it has a little bit of grapefruit in there in the mix to offset all the really juicy, fruity hop candy flavors. This is like just totally banging modern West Coast. This is just, they nail it again. This is like every single modern West Coasty type beer I've had from Brujos is just banging. And the fact that we're getting so many of them in Europe is amazing. This time around, when we got Brujos, it was like the predominant amount of the beers were West Coast, which was amazing. I think there was only one hazy, maybe. Well, maybe one or two, which is just like, what? Like, that's awesome. So people are really going to get exposed to this style now and see what it is, because it's still hard, to find West Coast beers in this kind of style in Europe. There's some, like there's a few breweries trying to push it, Bad Seed being one of them. But otherwise, like a lot of times you see people trying to make West Coast IPA, and then it's more of like a classic West Coast, or they're trying to do something modern, but it's also really hazy and stuff like that. But you can start to see now a lot of European brewers are trying at it, and they're trying to get it pushed. And then a lot of beer drinkers also need to be educated about it, because I've seen some people drinking some of these. They're like, what is this? Why is this modern? Like, what is this? What's this? Doesn't taste like West Coast IPA and stuff like this. Like, it's just how the style has evolved, and I think it's really good. And I think there's room for both. There's room for the classic, really grapefruity, piney, old school hop West Coast IPAs, but there's also room for these super bright, banging, diesely, dank, awesome beers. Like, they really, to me, I think dankness in the sense of really fruity weed is what you get these. Like, it just smells like these fruity bags of weeds. It tastes not exactly like it, I guess, but compared to the old school, where to me it's more like hash, like this intense scraping hash aroma. If it's dank, this is more like fruity fucking weed. Grøn, as we say in Denmark. Grøn og brun. Wow, I really sound like a pothead. I'm not. I just know about this stuff. I really love this. Great combo of flavors. I'm sure this was fucking crazy when it was fresh and just released. This might be another world class from Brewos. I think I might go 95. Like, oh my lord. I have a West Coast triple from them to try as well. This is a must. This is world class. This is a 95. Really good. And I'm just loading up on praise for Brewhouse. We really also need to give some praise to Ruse, because Ruse also makes a lot of West Coast IPA, as far as I remember. I think at least put one, and we talked together about process and whatnot. They have a very similar to process to brew these as the way we do them, which was fun to hear. But what I had from them was really nice, just all around. So that's also a brewery to watch for sure, if you can. And I think you'll get the chance very soon, because both Brewhouse and Ruse will be at Mickler's Beer Festival. But yeah, get some Wolfenthrone. This is a fucking banger. A great showcase of awesome, hop products in here. It's everything, all the craziness. But if you guys had Wolfenthrone, let me know what you thought of it. Really damn dope stuff. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up, join in, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. I'm going to say cheers and a massive banger, and see you guys in another beer review.